Holy shit, man, the music. Let's go. Hell yeah. Anyway, I'm back. I should actually bring up the webcam. There we go. Hey, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with Phantasy Star Universe, shall we? Can't interrupt this song, though. I'll just go ahead and change the, category while I do this. And I'll pull up the video. Dude, where is it? There. Jesus. Phantasy Star Universe. There we go. Alright, let me bring up the screen capture settings. And then... Go to the watch later where I got it queued up. Alright, let's wait for it to end. Oh! Okay. There we go. It's called Starship Earth. Somebody made a cheesy comment down there too about it. I'm not gonna scroll down to look at it, but they were just saying something like, remember that we're on Starship Earth or something like that, you know? On our dreams. You gotta do the DJ roleplay, man. I did not mean to sync up my smile with Magashi's just now. I was just looking at something that legit made me want to smile on my mini feed. Okay, before it goes. See, so this is what I mean. Look at the stable volume setting. It's here, but it's grayed out. Now, let's see what happens in the next video. Do we get the option? Where we left off, do we have it? Yes, and it's active. Look, hell yeah, we got the stable volume option.
Son of a bitch.
Also, hello, Rockman EXE. I was literally just playing Mega Man ZX music too. You forgot every saber in Phantasy Star Universe was just a DB saber? I can't unsee that now. I didn't think about that before. Especially the brand. Yeah, the brand saber. Like this one that it's right here. Yeah, my mouse is on screen. The brand saber, the blue one, especially that one, actually looks like a DB saber, yeah. But yeah, even just design-wise, I know exactly what you mean, Rockman. They all look like the DB saber, just different colors. Honestly, I always found the DB saber underwhelming anyway, so I didn't really bother me. It was such a forgettable saber to me that when I saw it again in Phantasy Star Online, when I started replaying it like on stream, I was like, oh, this thing, okay. This is exactly where we left off. Ethan's getting a phone call. He says, huh? Karen says, Ethan, are you there? Also, welcome to the stream, Rockman. I don't know if you were jamming out to the Mega Man ZX music earlier when I was on BRB, but welcome. Ethan says, wow, you never call me. I almost wondered if he was going to turn that into, like, Loki hitting on her or something. Karen says, our next mission has been assigned. Come to the Guardian's branch in Holtez City as soon as possible. Again? Ethan says, gotcha. I forgot how many missions you do on Perun before you move to another planet finally. Oh, you joined about 20 minutes ago? Okay, so you were jamming out to some of that Mega Man ZX music. I changed categories, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I just wrapped up an hour-long grind session of killing the dragon over and over and Toward the Future on Phantasy Star Online. Been keeping a pattern of doing like well, I barely started yesterday, but yeah. Oh, is this where you buy stuff to actually furnish your room or decorate it? By placing goods purchased here in your room, you can decorate your room with your own fabulous style.
Welcome to my store.
Doing Elden Ring at the moment, your music helped me lock in. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, how can you not lock into whatever you're doing listening to Mega Man ZX music? I think that's why I had such a good grind session, honestly. I was very focused compared to yesterday. Because that music fucking slaps. The remaster too, the ZX Tunes version, really good.
Store. What can I help you with today?
Rockman ZX. I must have summoned you because before I even took a break, I did say that too. I was like, this game was called Rockman in Japan. That was like one of the last things I said before finishing that grind session.
Your patronage is always welcome.
Rockman and Roll. Her name makes sense when you think of it that way. And Rush, the dog, named after a maybe popular, maybe not so popular 80s metal band. Rush.
Welcome.
Or Rock Band, one of the two.
What can I get for you?
Rush. Damn, I forgot to check the goddamn audio for Phantasy Star Universe again on my VOD from 2 nights ago. And yesterday's now too. I knew I was forgetting something today. Forgot to check it to see if the audio balance is good. From what I can see on the little like audio levels in Streamlabs OBS, it seems to be like the volume's pretty much about the same right now as Phantasy Star Online, so should be okay. Alright, I'm speeding this up because he's doing shopping and character maintenance stuff right now. Let's get this going.
Welcome. What can I get for you?
He's actually gonna do crafting. I did not bother with this shit at all. My playthrough of this game, because I hate crafting so much, I literally didn't. I just bought my weapons and found them or whatever, and that was it. Did it make the game a bit more grindy? Probably.
Welcome.
But I just can't be bothered. You can. Oh yeah, this game actually lets you. Oh no, this is sell. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I thought you could actually buy escape dolls. He was looking at the sell menu. When they make crafting and upgrading RNG based, I don't exactly, Rockman. I mean, for me, even if it's not RNG based, I hate crafting. But I'll at least do upgrading, unless it's RNG based also, which it is in this game as well. The whole system of if the upgrade fails, your weapon can break or something, I absolutely fucking hated that in MapleStory and got all the way to level 200 without ever bothering to upgrade anything. I would either just get the money to buy off of another player an already upgraded weapon, or I literally just use base weapons. And yeah, it made it extra grindy to get to 200 like that, but I didn't care. I hate RNG like that. Like, no. I can't be bothered. Lou says, well, yeah, we're in the Guardians colony. This is actually Lou, not one of our lookalikes. He says, it seems you ran into the Endrum Collective. Yeah, you know them? Ethan says, you certainly are quick to learn of an event that has no record of ever occurring. Oh shit! Caught her in the act! She's a spy!
Surprise, motherfucker!
What do you have to say for yourself, Lou? She says, indeed. I have my own private network. Shit. She's got her own blockchain, man. She's gonna sell her own coin, Hawktua. Ethan says, that guy. Who is he exactly? Lou says, he is someone you aren't ready to fight yet. That is for certain. Like, he would have killed you, is what she just said. Ethan says, that's not funny. Hey, Turgan. Not a fan of breaking weapons in PS2. I mean, yeah. So, like I said, I started playing this game well after my MapleStory days and wondered if I had missed out. And yeah, a big part of me definitely feels like, damn, I probably would have enjoyed this better than MapleStory if I'd had the money for the subscription. And probably would have preferred this over MapleStory. But definitely, in both games, I hate the fact that your weapon can break if you try to upgrade it. Like, that's just stupid. It's a little funny, yeah. I know, Ethan's just, you know... He's like, dude, I could have died. And Lou's like, yeah. Mina says, welcome to the Guardians Defenders of what? Whatever. Clia's City, Goral System. There are no missions that you can accept here right now. Oh, was he thinking of getting a free mission? The player, I mean? Probably. Oh yeah, I know about Clementine. I know I can still play this. I'm just talking about like back in the day, like when I first played this on PS2, by the time I played it, the servers had already been shut down, the official ones. And back then, that was my thought process, was saying, I wonder if I would have enjoyed this better than MapleStory, because that took up my life from 2006 to 2012. And again, the answer is, I think so, because a lot of the mechanics in this game are definitely more appealing. Except that's the same as MapleStory's. Your fucking weapon can just break when you upgrade, and I'm just like... But yeah, I do plan on making a character on Clementine once we're done with the story for this game. When we're done watching the entire story, I'll actually make a character and start leveling it. Evacuation. Oh, he's gonna do a free mission. Okay, so due to a seed attack, there are people trapped in one section of the linear line. Seed forms are blocking their escape route. Yeah, it's literally just the story mission all over again, but more simplified. And you can bring your bling. Yo, dude, I got bling. You can bring party members, and these are the missions that I said before you can do on extra mode or when you play online with your friends. They're just loosely based off the actual story missions we've already done. So I guess they want to grind a little bit. I'm just gonna fast forward through this at quadruple speed because this has nothing to do with the story. So. Your gripe is that it takes so long to level up. Apparently the Clementine server creator didn't like that either because their EXP rate is enormous. Like, I've seen how long it takes to level up from watching this story playthrough. And then I've watched one of Pizza Maid's videos where she started her character on Clementine and she got to like level 35 on the first day and she only played for like an hour or two, if that. And a lot of that was like, I don't think maybe it was 35, that might have been the second stream, but like she leveled up a shit ton of times within just the first mission. So in Clementine, they actually made the XP rates enormous. Yeah, I can imagine the original game was probably really grindy. Also, I saw on one of our videos that they have this thing called Clem Camp that you can do once a day that levels you up like a fuck ton of times also. Like even more than the normal missions. The EXP rate literally says times 1,000. That's just like times 1,000 EXP or something like that for Clem Camp. She's already like level 50 something. I was like, holy shit, dude. I might take it slow when I start my character on Clementine and just do like the regular free missions that we're seeing now. And then later start doing the Clem Camp missions when I actually commit to leveling up or whatever. Because I want to finish getting to level 200 on PSO first before PSU, like Phantasy Star Universe. So I'm not gonna go hard on Clementine that much. I'm mostly just gonna make a character to like test the waters and just fuck around a little bit. But I'm still gonna stay focused on my PSO character, on Aphinia, for the time being. You get to a high level faster, but you won't have the proper equipment. That's fine. You can find the equipment later. At least being overpowered by being overleveled, you have a small leg up over the enemies that you're gonna need to kill to get the equipment you need. But yeah, that does kind of suck because you're like, hey, I'm high enough level to qualify for these endgame missions, but my gear sucks, so they're still gonna wreck me. So then you still have to play out lower level missions, even though you're at a higher level, just so you can get the gear first, and yada yada. Yeah. Still, not a bad problem to have, honestly. Still a net positive for me. That's definitely gonna happen to me with the dragon kills that I'm doing on PSO too. I'm already at like... I just reached level 102 earlier. And my gear is still like level 50 something. Although Lantana kind of helped me out with gear that I'll be needing at like a level 150 or whatever, but... For just killing the dragon over and over, it's fine, but if I actually start doing multiplayer things with friends on Ultimate, I'm gonna get destroyed. Like, if we go into Ultimate difficulty, it's like, yeah, I qualify, but I'm gonna get destroyed because my gear is very outdated now. As long as I keep killing the dragon over and over, I'm fine, so... Not too bad.
Greetings. Thank you. Welcome. Can I get you anything today? Thank you for your business.
Oh.
Thank you. Welcome. Can I get you anything today?
I guess I'll read what the NPC says. I have been doing it that up to this point. I did only mean to fast forward through the free mission. Ethan says, you'll talk to me even though I'm human? Mikaris Geed says, it may be undeniable that the casts are a superior race. Okay. But that doesn't excuse bad behavior now, does it? Ethan says, I guess not.
Bruh.
You can't get more condescending than that. Like, I know that I'm better than you, but that doesn't mean I should be an asshole to you, right? I should still be nice to you, even though you're inferior to me. Like, great. Thanks. That makes me feel so much better. That was Ethan's response right there. It was basically like, yeah, sure.
Welcome. How may I assist you? How may I thank you? Welcome, welcome. Again. Peter, you want something?
Hi there. Movie. Children.
They told us to meet them here, right? No, not the flyer base, I mean, but... Oh, he's doing another free mission. Still grinding. Alright, I guess we can chill at 4x speed. I wonder if anyone on Clementine bothers with these missions that have these gimmicks. I doubt it. That might be why they're so happy and grateful to just have higher EXP rates, so they can just skip over these early missions with these weird mechanics. These weird gimmicks. This one in particular, anyway. I do remember there being a bit of a difficulty spike at this point in the game, so I think I know why they're grinding. The next actual main story mission is a little bit, I think the difficulty does ramp up a little. I don't remember there ever being a point where it got like super hard suddenly though. It's not that bad. I guess I just want to play it safe though. Or maybe they're even looking for crafting materials. Oh yeah, I actually kind of like that. I like the leveling weapon skills thing. I think that's actually a neat mechanic, but I can see that being pretty boring and grindy to some people though. One thing I'm not sure of though is when you level up a weapon skill, does it get more attacks? I don't think so though. I don't think the weapon skill actually gets flashier, which, yeah, that's definitely a misstep. You should be rewarded for leveling it up. Like, it should make the skill flashier, you know? But I don't know. I don't know, maybe it does do that. It does? Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, I do like that. I think most of this game I played it with twin sabers because I love the Musashi blade so much in PSO. So when I saw that you could get twin sabers really early in this game, I just played with that like the whole game. I rarely ever used anything else. Which is probably not a good idea because it's very slow attack speed. I think I probably got my ass kicked a few times because of that. But I was like, fuck it. Jesus. Ethan just got fucking wrecked. Wait, so did he get revived by his teammate? I gotta see that again. I didn't even think... I'm glad they can do that for you. You know, it's just, it doesn't just like count as like, oh, you're dead, game over, start over again. Let's see. I swear he got knocked the fuck out here. Oh, did he? Or no? Yeah, there it is. Oh, he had escape doll. That's what... They didn't revive him. It was escape doll. Okay. Forgot he had one of those in his inventory. Jesus. He got fucked up. I'm pretty sure it's like Kingdom Hearts, where your party members cannot revive you. Like, if you die, that's it. It's game over. But he had escape doll, so he's fine. I don't think you get a game over in 3 missions either. I think it's only in main story missions where that can happen. So you gotta save, obviously. But in free missions, I'm pretty sure you don't. I like 1 saber, a twin blade, a sword, 2 guns with different element ammo. Oh my god, the ammo mechanic. Yeah, that's a down. That's definitely a thumbs down from me too. Yeah, I was like, oh no. You can't even be full ranger anymore because you run out of ammo. A staff with rest on your hotbar, and that's for story mode. Oh, okay. The action palette. That's what they call the hotbar in this game. That. On the bottom right. I will say that after grinding this, the story mode, it was a little annoying having to start over from level 1 again once I made my extra mode character. Way back in the day. And then only to find out that for Ambition of the Illuminous, which you do with your extra mode character, or your online character, either one, you only get to play the first half offline. And then the second half has to be done online, which, like I said, the servers were shut down by the time I played it, so I never got to play the second half. It was released in small patches, basically, for years after that, before the servers finally shut down. And then sadly nobody saved any of that mission data, so it's not even on Clementine. None of the story content is, not even the offline stuff like this. Well, that's why we're gonna watch it on YouTube though. Thankfully somebody had the foresight of actually recording those missions for the second half of Ambition of the Illuminous before the server shut down. Just when you thought Sega couldn't fuck Ranger any harder than episode 4. What exactly is it about episode 4? And I played it now. What is it about episode 4 that screws over Rangers the most? Is it the fact that almost every enemy can hit you from like 10 miles away? Oh, the lizards! Oh my god, I forgot about those. Jesus, that's right. Oh my god, those guys are horrible. Yeah. You literally cannot fight them as a ranger if you're alone, because they're always facing you. You have to shoot them from behind, and that's never gonna happen if you're alone. So you have to be with a group. Yeah, that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Those fuckers... They extended my playthrough of episode 4 so much, because I would always have to get up close to them. Yeah, those guys are so annoying. Yeah, you have to have a sword. They even blocked the laser shots from the double cannon. But even at level 200, shooting the goddamn lasers from the double cannon the whole time, I still had to, you know, get up close to them and actually hit them normally to kill them. That episode 4 playthrough was painful. Even at level 200 and playing on normal, it was fucking... Yeah, it was annoying, for sure. Those enemies are so obnoxious. Oh, hold on, we got some actual story stuff here. I think they're actually going to continue the story now, so... This chick says, are you familiar with the Endrum Collective? Unfortunately, yeah, we had a very bad introduction to them. She says they're a special division of the Alliance military. They are currently focused on the preservation of relic sites. They've been exerting their authority all over the system. You should watch out for them. Tyrants, basically. Sheena says, welcoming to Garal. All your future are belong to us. That's cute. They made a reference to that old, badly translated video game from the 80s. All your base are belong to us. That's a classic bit. People have forgotten about that lately, but back then it was still a popular meme, even when the internet was young. Ethan says, Ethan Waver, ma'am. I'm here to start my next mission. Tina says, yes, yes, yes. Letting me confirm the Guardian's license. Please be waiting.
Bruh.
It is finished. Wait. Finishing? Yeah, it is finishing being done. The mission instructor are waiting in the meeting room. In the inside part. Wonder how long it takes for a cast to, you know, to actually get a grasp on language after it's born. I just feel like it's been a while since we met her. She still talks like a toddler. Karen says, today's mission will entail guarding the cargo of this train, the Malate 4. Who's our client? Ethan says, do they really need the Guardians just to guard cargo? Piracy is a real thing, Ethan. Karen says, well, the cargo in this instance seems to be rather precious, so they don't want to take chances. Ethan says, what do you mean? Karen says, I believe that the cargo contains artifacts from one of the relics. Hugo says, artifact? You mean an A-photon reactor? Like what Dr. Darren was talking about. Damn, they went and found it, the one we dropped. Karen says, yes. Or it could just be one of the ones we made that's all inefficient and gigantic. Yes, I knew he looked like him from the episode, the chapter preview, but I was trying to recall if he acted like him too, and I think you just confirmed that for me, Rockman. He does act like Master Roshi. I'm expecting some shenanigans with Karen. Ethan says, I was wondering this before. Finding that A-photon reactor from the relic site... Well, we'll see. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe he doesn't act like him too much. We'll see. Is it really that big of a deal? Hugo's pissed. Yep. Hugo says, Ethan, you really don't understand, do you? Ethan says, why? What do you mean? Karen says, it's not in my field of expertise, so I don't know the exact scope of this, but... The A-photon reactor is a new energy system that became a reality about 15 years ago. Ethan says, oh, Pete talked a little about this. I knew it. I just read what you said, Rockman. Okay. I knew he is a copy-paste of Master Roshi then. Somebody programmed him that way? I mean... It could be, but they haven't really given hints lore-wise about whether their casts are just programmed to be the way they are, or if they are actually sentient AI. I think they've dropped more hints at them being more sentient, where they do make their own decisions, but who knows. Karen says, artifacts with the same properties and capabilities were discovered among the remains and the relics of the ancient civilization. So this is in case you didn't talk to Pete for all the lore. Since all that lore was optional from Pete, this was important enough that they re-included it here anyway. They never will what? Oh, that they never will tell us if they're programmed or just sentient? I think that's probably just because they... You know what? No. Who knows why they chose not to? But I was gonna say that maybe they did that so that you can give your character your own backstory, which is what people like to do in MMOs. And because you can make a cast character, it gives you that freedom to sort of make up your own little lore for them, I guess. Anyway, Karen says this has an extremely valuable significance from an archaeological viewpoint, as well as benefits for photon research. That's why this sample holds immeasurable value. Ethan says, I see. That's about the only thing I understood. Karen says, if you have an interest in photons, it would benefit you to study up. Hugo says, yes, ma'am. Ethan says, yeah, alright. Karen says, and one more thing. Recently, there's been a lot of rogue activity here. Ethan says, rogues? The space pirates from MoTube? Hinting at the fact that we're gonna go there next chapter. I can already tell. Game's a little predictable. Makes it a little boring, but at the same time, it's like, well, whatever. As always, the main attraction is the online, right? Playing with your friends. Karen says, an photon reactor by itself holds enormous value. Not to mention something as rare as what we've got here. They want it badly, and for that reason, the Guardians have been called into duty. Ethan says, okay, I think I understand our mission now. Let's get started already. Karen says, wait, Ethan. There's still time before the Malate 4 is due to depart. And we've got one more person joining us this time. Here we go. Here we go. Ethan says, what? Who's coming with us? Hugo says, another scholar? Karen says, no, but it's someone you both know. Ah, they met him off screen during Ethan's training between chapter 1 and 2 when he was in the academy. Lucane Nave, I think, or Nav, chief of the training institute. Probably Nave. Headmaster of the Guardians Training School. Ethan says, Headmaster Nave? Hugo, do you remember what he was like? Surprised Ethan doesn't remember. Hugo says, no, I don't really remember much about him. Well, you guys have something in common because you both like hitting on chicks, apparently. If we're remembering what this guy's like. Karen says, well, he didn't participate directly in your course drills. So it's possible you never met him directly. But he is one strict instructor. You'd better brace yourselves. Oh, here we go. Hugo says, okay. Depending on how this goes, we might be able to say Hugo actually has some class and the other guy doesn't, but we'll see. We're gonna see how what his tact is with women, this guy. Karen says, it's almost meeting time. Let's head for the Central Plaza. But if he's anything like Master Roshi...
Huh, doesn't look like anyone's here.
Well, this is where we're supposed to meet.
No.
What's
I
the
thought
matter?
so.
Someone just pinched me.
Pinched your ass.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Slow reflexes. Slow reflexes.
Slow reflexes? What's wrong with you, you
And
pervert?
don't think we're going to let you off because you're an old geezer.
Son of a bitch! Well, aren't you a lively bunch?
There it is.
Come on, let's turn him into the cops.
Ethan, it's all right.
We're not letting this old perv get away.
This is Headmaster Nave.
Huh?
What?
This old fart is the headmaster?
What the fuck?
Yes.
Who are you calling an old fart? Ah, Karen. You've lost some of your edge. You should have caught me.
And he's checking her out while he says
Very
this.
disappointed.
Yes, sir. I'll be more careful.
I never thought I'd have to see Karen suck it up.
Oh man, I shouldn't have called him a perv.
Now you too.
Yes, sir.
I will be accompanying you to observe your progress. So be sure not to do anything that would embarrass the Guardians, understood?
Like
Yes, sir.
what you didn't... Like what you just didn't just do that
You
already.
must be Ethan Weber.
Yes, sir.
I see you're just as hot-headed and precocious as your father was.
Man,
You knew who my father was then.
this localization.
Oh, yes. He was a well-respected Guardian. I expect, young man, you'll...
This guy did not capture the Master Roshi spirit too well. The voice actor, I mean. I feel like he definitely probably had a different cadence in Japanese, the way he speaks.
make your well-respected guardian. I expect, young man, you'll make your father very proud.
Thank you, sir.
Headmaster, we should be on our way.
Yes, we should. So let's go.
She gets her ass grabbed, unconsensually by this old man, and then she's the one apologizing. What an ass backwards world. No pun intended. At least not when I first said that, but now that I realize it fits quite well, actually. Very much. Anyway. They did call him... No, they just called him the headmaster, so we still don't know how to pronounce if it's Nav or Knave. Anyway, he says, the headmaster, I guess, says today's mission will be carried out while on a moving train. It goes without saying that there's no place to get off and no way to return to the city once it begins. So make sure you are adequately prepared. When you finish preparing, form a party with the 4 of us and we'll depart. We actually get a full 4-person party now. From the Holtez City linear train platform, the mission guarding the Malate 04 has been added. Or is now available. This mission requires the participation of Karen, Hyuga, and Nav. Nav says, when you are ready to add me to the party, either come to me directly or use my partner card. Just casually, Lucane Nav. I'll be waiting by the linear train platform gate in the West District. Well then, you are dismissed. He just casually commits sexual harassment and then passes it off as a training exercise and tells Karen she should have caught him. Shame on her for not being aware enough. Yeah, that's gonna be the excuse that's gonna be used from now on, for sure. Anybody who sees this is gonna get ideas. Ethan says, hey, you got a second? This dude says, you're a guardian, aren't you? I saw you before in Rathon Meadow. Ethan says, you were there too? Says, of course I was there. I was there for a mission. Maybe he was with that one guy. Shit, I was gonna see what it said. Okay, Nav, cast Hunter, male, obviously. I'll make a guardian out of you yet. So he's a strict headmaster and also a pervert that sexually harasses women. Got it. And then makes them apologize for it. I forgot to add that. Like the Giga Chad that he is.
You bastard son of a...
Ah, the 2000s. What an age. This must be the flyer base or whatever for this place. Or no, not the flyer base. This is for the train. Nav says, I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got. But then, if there's no trouble, I won't be able to see that, will I? We'll just be standing around. Oh, well then. Okay, so now he's Bugenhagen from FF7 as well. I feel like every old man gets that little laugh. Especially when they're confident. It's like a trope. It's definitely an anime trope. He says, how about we work up a sweat with a free mission first? We already did one of those without you earlier. Ethan says, well... No, we're not doing that. I don't think so anyway. So I forgot to start my timer, but... I think we've got... about another 20 minutes before we hit an hour. Yeah, around there. The Malate 04. Guard the A photon reactors found in the Rathon relics while they're being transported aboard the Malate 04. This mission I do remember to a certain degree. Wait, what did the first page say? It just tells you who you're required to bring, right? Yeah. Yeah, I vaguely remember this one. Yeah, I have to fight between different train cars. It's pretty cool. The scenery is obviously the moving train. Like, you can see outside the window sometimes and you'll see the scenery outside. Pretty cool rail system. Nice edit. We didn't get to see the area name intro. That's alright. Ethan says 2 people to a group. Man, okay, this reminds me of Final Fantasy 14 cutscenes. Look at Ethan's face. Dude, how many... Okay, look at it. Look at how... He looks like a fucking gremlin because of the lighting. Like, I know some people are gonna joke around and be like, he looks like a gremlin anyway. But listen, okay, like on a real note, the lighting is making him look way fucking worse, alright? Regardless of what you think of him. And this happens so much in Final Fantasy 14, it's horrible. Especially when it happens to your character, which you want to look good in your cutscenes, right? Because that game is literally cutscene simulator. But there are so many places where it's like this. Like, it just, the shadows will make you look like a fucking ghoul in that game. Pre-reboot, right? Do you mean, like, after they updated the graphics in FF14? If so, yeah, that did a lot. They fixed a lot of the lighting and a lot of cutscenes in FF14, because I don't notice it as much anymore. Before the graphics upgrade that started in Dawn Trail last summer, holy shit. Like, almost, there were so many cutscenes where your character looked like this. Like, the shadows on your character's faces just make it look like a fucking ghoul. It was bad. And again, that's a game that came out in 2010 and then was rebooted in 2013 in Realm Reborn. And still, they barely got a graphics upgrade that fixed some of that shit now. Literally last year. And this game is from 2006, okay? Like 6 years later. And the graphics are actually comparable almost to how FF14 used to look like before last year's graphics upgrade. When they released a shit game, everyone knew it was shit. Then Square had to apologize and remake the damn thing. Yeah, exactly. And they remade it on a budget, and it showed. We're only now getting... There's so many upgrades and stuff they're adding to FF14 just in the last year or two that really made me think... Like, I legitimately just instinctively would have the thought, we're barely getting this now? Like, just little things, little quality of life upgrades we're getting in very recent years that I'm like, why wasn't this in the game, like, 5 to 10 years ago? Like, way before I started even playing it. Like, how are they barely adding this now? Like, very little things, you know? Like an aetheryte map in towns, so that you can actually see a map of where you're gonna go when you choose an aetheryte to teleport to. That was barely added, like... only a couple, like 2 years ago? And I was like, how are people not clamoring for this like ages ago? This game is pretty old at this point and it's barely getting basic shit like this that it should have gotten a long time ago. Like, what the fuck? And then I've gotten more in touch with the community of like streamers and even just regular people who have been playing the game since as long as like my brother, since like 2013, who are like, dude, like they'll tell me like, yeah, like seriously, dude. It's bad. They'll actually confirm what I've been thinking, which is like, yeah, we've been asking for this shit for a long time and we're barely getting it now. Trust us, we've been in pain, you know? It's just like, where does the... And very recently, somebody did do the math on how much money that game makes for Square Enix. It is consistently actually their biggest moneymaker. And it seems like all the money that it makes just goes right into other projects. Most of which fall flat on their face and fail completely. So people are right to be completely pissed off at Square Enix with the state of the game right now. Because all the money that game makes just goes straight to everything else but the damn game. Or if it does go to that game, I gotta wonder what the fuck they're doing with it. Because it's in a pretty bad state right now. Like, there's a lot of player dissatisfaction in that game right now. FF14, I mean. Anyway, Ethan says 2 people to a group, and the master says, yep. For this mission, we'll be patrolling the train during its course in 2-person teams. 4 people are required for this mission, which is one of the reasons I'm participating. But mostly, I just want to see the 2 of you in action. Karen says, Headmaster Nav makes the final decision about your training completion. That's still quite a ways off, but this is a good opportunity to demonstrate your abilities. Oh yeah, we're still technically cadets. Hugo and Ethan? They're not even full guardians yet. Hugo says, understood. Headmaster says, well then, Mr. Weber, you'll be with me. Mr. Wright, you will accompany Karen. These will be the teams. Mr. Weber and I will take cars 1 through 4. Karen and Hugo, you'll have cars 5 through 8. Ethan says, got it. Nav says, great, let's go. I'll just call him Luke Kane. Also, when I said that, oh, there's another cutscene right away. I was gonna say that when I said that that somebody did the math on how much money the game makes, like they actually used quarterly financial statements that are publicly available for anyone to look at for Square Enix's earnings in every portal fiscal year, basically. So it's not like somebody just made up some shit. Like they actually looked at the publicly available financial quarterly earnings for Square Enix, and they saw the MMO department, which is predominantly just Final Fantasy 14 and nothing else, and very little else, is definitely their most consistent high money maker. Whereas everything else is just like they made an actual chart. Everything else is just like spiking. Like some things are a success, and then something else plummets right after, which brings the earnings right back down for that department. The only consistently high earning department at all is the MMO department, but none of the money gets actually reinvested back into it. That's why it's in such a shit state right now. FF14, I mean. Anyway, Ethan says, there's nothing going on in car 3, Headmaster Nav. Nave? I'm just gonna say Nave, fuck it. Nave says, then let's move on to the next car, shall we? You didn't doubt it? Some people might, though. You'd be surprised how some people try to still defend that company and that game right now. It's fucking crazy. I know some of those people might see this video one day, and, you know, so I had to cover my bases. Like, I'm not making this shit up. Ethan says, Headmaster, did you know my father? Oh, we're getting into this. Nave says, is this really the best time to be discussing private matters? I was gonna say that myself. I was thinking it, but he said it. Ethan says, sorry. Nave says, you're wondering about your father, eh? Ethan says, yeah. Nave says, Olsen Weber was a very capable man. A model guardian in every sense of the word. There wasn't anyone I'd rather have had take my place after my retirement. Oh. It was a real shame we lost him. I'm sure you feel the same. Ethan says he may have been a great guardian, but he wasn't such a good father. He was always working. He never came home. I barely have any memories of him from childhood. Well, don't do the same to Lumia then. Because then you'll be, you know, pot calling the kettle black at that point. Because now you're a guardian too. Ethan says, to be honest, I'm not sure I ever really loved him. I feel like they took inspiration from FF10 for this plot. Since FF10 was such a big success. In the same era that this came out in, you know? They're like, let's rehash Tidus's father issues. And give him to Ethan. Basically. People will like that, right? Nave says, Weber, do you still feel that way? Ethan says, I don't know. Since I joined the Guardians, I feel like I'm beginning to understand him a little better. Nave says, well, for now I won't say any more about Olsen. Finish your training period safely. When you've come to terms with being an upstanding Guardian yourself, we'll talk again. Alright, sounds cool. Ethan says, Headmaster. That was his way of saying what I said. Like, alright, you're a cool guy. You know? And the headmaster responds, "Enough small talk. On with the business at hand." Ethan says, "Yes, sir." Late for car 1. Hey, we've been getting nothing but cutscenes for this because they kind of didn't want you to explore the train twice. Because we're about to go through all these cars again, but with shit actually happening.
Huh? Where is everyone?
This train is completely automated, all run by computer navigation. Train master, any problems?
No. No
A self-driving train.
malfunctions detected.
Yeah. I mean, a self-driving train sounds way more feasible and, you know, than self-driving cars, and we already have self-driving cars. You know, because it's literally running on a rail. It doesn't have to do anywhere near as many calculations and shit about where it's going as a car does.
Good.
The train. It talks.
Ethan, do you copy?
Karen, everything seems to be normal right now. I'm in train car 1.
Roger, Ethan. And I'll head to...
Uh-oh.
Karen? Karen, you're breaking up.
What's wrong?
The connection got cut off. Oh, what was that?
Surprise,
An
motherfucker.
external entity has accessed the locomotive system. Intrusion countermeasures have been activated, but intrusion levels have already breached 30%.
Oh, great. It's being hacked.
Hacked?
It's a Green.
A Dilla what?
It's a mobile hacking terminal. It's trying to take over the train.
Of course.
Fuck!
There's the first DB Saber knockoff in a cutscene.
Very well done, Mr. Whaler.
Thanks.
Infiltration level is
bitch.
rising. Multiple Dillagrina detected throughout the system.
It's only a matter of time before this train is hacked.
What should we do?
The train has its own defensive programs, but the Dillagrina are too quick. We need to beat them to the punch.
Ethan, what's happening?
Karen, someone's trying to hack into the train.
What?
Karen, I'm going to link with the train's computer and try to override the hacking myself. I need your team to fight off the Dillagrina.
Roger.
You know, I was wondering if Cass could do that. Yeah, I was like, I wonder if he could. Maybe I'm having very vague recollections of what happens here. I was like, can he like stop the hacking? And yeah, he's apparently gonna do that.
Headmaster, we'll do...
Yep, he's going for it.
Headmaster!
Literally.
What are you standing there for? I told you to go.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't get hacked yourself, dude. We don't want to have to fight you later or something. And now I'm wondering if that happens. Don't spoil it for me, Rockman, but I'm just kind of... I don't think so, though. Oh, shit, here we go. Yo, this boss music, though. I like how that other one just went down with one fucking attack from a weak-ass plain saber in the cutscene, but now we're having to do all this shit just to kill another one. Like, how much stronger was Ethan during that cutscene than we are here? I was able to take it down in one hit there, and then here we had to beat the fuck out of it. Get destroyed. I like that your character actually goes rolling when you get knocked away like that, as opposed to your character just kind of collapsing and then sliding across the room at like lightning speed. Yeah, that sudden jerk that would happen in PSO. Basically, my way of saying more realistic physics. Yay. I could have just summarized it like that. Or more realistic animations. Sorry. It is nice we don't have to lock on the targets to do damage, yeah. Oh, that was a... Oh, there's nobody here to compliment him on the rank A. So... I'll give him this.
Son of a bitch.
There you go. Ethan says, alright, I'll meet up with Karen's team. That was a quick trial. Yeah, can I tell you the number of times that I failed to one cycle the dragon, to kill the damn dragon before he starts, you know, doing his little Bugs Bunny digging around thing? Just because the jank-ass targeting system in PSO wouldn't function right. Or, well, because I wasn't positioned exactly right for it to target him when it was supposed to, and then I wouldn't get the number of hits in, and he'd fly away, and then... It was pretty bad 2 streams ago.
Ethan!
You guys okay?
Yes, we eliminated all the Dilagrina.
Good. That should buy us some time. What was that?
I was late on that, but... Oh, it's these guys again. Yep. Oh, they got a 4th. Who's this asshole? I don't like his face. Just quoting Nick from Left 4 Dead 2. What the fuck? Oh, shit. This person, they're saving, but Karen's already moving on with the plot. She says, Ethan, Hugo, hurry to car 3. Ethan's like, hold on, ma'am. I need to save. Oh, shit. The music. All right. Got some beats going. Kind of losing me a little bit, but started off strong. Alright, it's whatever.
That's a rogue ship. They're pirates.
Pirates?
This running animation. Let me see it again.
Pirates?
That's interesting. Because we've seen them run before, and I swear it wasn't that wonky looking. They kind of did this, whereas before we actually saw them like sort of lean forward. Wonder why they ran so differently this time. When you level skill attacks, you can combo them like standard attacks.
Back off.
I guess they probably told them to run like they were panicking, which they were, so that's probably why they ran a little different. That's pretty cool, Rockman. Yeah, I think I do remember that. I think I remember spamming the attack for the Twin Sabers, because that's all I used. Just because I wanted to see more combos with it, yeah. For sure.
Back off, losers. From now on, everything aboard this train belongs to us.
Who the heck are you?
You bastard! You're kidding, right? You really don't have any idea who we are? You should be afraid. We're the most dangerous rogues around. We are...
He hasn't
the
recognized Ethan.
Grateful Brothers!
I remember you pickpockets.
You? What are you doing here?
Surprise, motherfucker.
You be very afraid. I'm a guardian now.
That's nothing. We've become very important men, too.
That's right, we're rogues now. We answer to no one but Tyler.
Rogues, pickpockets. What's the difference? You're still punks.
Oh!
We're gonna kick your...
Bring it on. You'll get another beating.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that.
He's got a gun.
He's pulling his cock out. Let's not be too hasty. Now, first things first, we have a mission, remember? Isn't that right?
Huh? Right? Oh, right! Let's bring out the little guys.
Look, the big bad rogues are afraid.
We have more important matters to attend to.
We have someone else for you to play with.
Of course.
What?
Ethan, above you.
Huh?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, good.
Say hello to my little pets.
Armored Core MTs.
Get them, guys! Tear them apart!
Ethan, be careful.
They're piecing out. shit, I like the gun cocking sounds. Defeat the Gomadilla. Level 15. Yeah, I can see why he grinded a little before this with the 2 or 3 free missions that he did. Definitely makes this a bit less of a pain in the ass. Holy shit, poor Karen, man. Dude, I like how your AI partners constantly get stuck. They got stuck back there. You can, like, on the map, you might have seen them as it rolled right past my webcam. They just got stuck, and now he's fighting alone. Like, your AI partner's constantly just, even when there's not a wall, Karen says, phew. I still find it very satisfying that you can knock enemies into the air like that and they go rolling. Yuga's on fire! Not in the good way, you know? My god, he's gonna fucking die. Takes forever to wear off. Oh, how considerate. He's a star atomizer. We're approaching pretty much about an hour since we started, so I'll find a break point. I'll just go like 8 more minutes. I'll pause it wherever we are. There's some parts of this soundtrack that's not too bad. Oh, another short trial. Alright.
You're doing pretty good.
Hell yeah. I wonder what she or Hugo would say if you get a rank S. Wow, those are some loud footsteps.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Look at the tired old man. He thinks he's standing guard. Hey, you old geezer, come on now. You better get out of our way, you're gonna get hurt.
Smells like someone forgot to take a bath.
Hey, we said move it!
Didn't anyone teach you to be nice to your elders?
Surprise, motherfucker.
He's not an old man, he's a freak.
I'll take care of them. This is your last chance to move, old man, or I'll move you myself.
Is that so?
A test of your reflexes.
Sucking nerd.
Come on, come on.
Come on, nothing. You're mine, old man.
He's got the shank.
He's pulling his cock out.
Oh, we got Matrix style scenes. Let's go.
You're just an old man.
Dylan.
You should never judge a man by his appearance, boy.
Exactly. Get fucking destroyed.
How did you... Headmaster, you did all this?
It was easy. I didn't even break a sweat.
Ah, Headmaster. You're fit as ever.
Thank you, and I'm only 178 years young.
An anchor has been attached to the caboose.
Looks like they're trying to board the train again. Karen, stop any rogues that try to pass.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Weber, Mr. Wright, follow me to the caboose.
Yes, sir.
The concept of an old man cast is pretty weird when you think about the fact that a cast could pretty much just stay young forever because they just can swap out their parts. They don't age like a normal human or anything, so but, you know, they had fun with it. Also, that backflip kick that he did on that dude to take his knife out of his hands when he just did that clip, that was definitely like the entire 2000s was like every piece of action media had some level of influence from the Matrix because the Matrix just took that entire decade by storm. Like there was, you know, the slow-mo action shots, some of which look blatantly taken from scenes in those movies, you know. Karen says, I'll keep an eye on these fools. I'll keep an eye on these fools. You two go with Headmaster Nave and get to the last car. Hurry. Anything to keep us from having a full fucking four-person party, huh? Perfect stopping point right there. Close enough to when I said I was gonna stop. There's a save point. We just finished watching a cutscene. Yeah, we'll stop here. Yeah, definitely Matrix inspired for sure. The Matrix influenced so much media in the 2000s and even beyond. Even the early 2010 era, there was still, you know, a lot of those tropes and stuff. Animes, movies, TV shows, you name it. Anyway, we're all done for now. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate the support across Twitch and YouTube, as always. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Don't die. And until next time, please remember one very important thing. Right there. We're on the same ship. It's called Starship Earth. I know. Cringy, but I had to do it. Anyway, let's find somebody to rate, shall we? On our dreams.